The official chart with Jack Saunders.
Beaten last week by Taylor Swift, and this week by the biggest band on the planet, the Beatles, who now achieved their first number one since 1969, and the ballad of John and Yoko. It got released last week, and Sir Paul McCartney did one interview in the entire world, and it was with Clara out here on Radio 1. If you missed it, here's a little insight into how the song came together.
Before John died, he was working on some songs, and Yoko spoke to George Harrison and said, I've got a cassette with some John songs on that he never got to finish. Would you be interested in finishing them off? And we thought, yeah, it'd be great, I mean, in a way, we'd be working with John again, So we worked and finished two of the songs, but we didn't get around to finishing the third one, and the third one's called Now and Then. I ended up talking to Ringo. We asked him if he'd fancy putting the drums on again, and then I thought, well, I could up the bass a bit, so I put the bass on again. We already had George playing guitar, and we had John on vocal, so we ended up making it into a real record.
I tell you what, for somebody that's never listened to the Beatles before, right, what would you want somebody to take away from this song, Now and Then?
Just a loving feeling, because that's often what we were trying to do with our records. We were trying to spread love, In this one, it is very poignant. There's John talking about, I miss you. I think emotion, I think that would be the key word for people to take away from it.
If you want to check out the rest of that interview, I really urge that you do that. Get onto BBC Sounds to hear Sir Paul McCartney's chat with Clara Amfo all about this brand new track, The Beatles Now and Then. They are a British institution. They are a worldwide institution. Every single piece of music that you hear on the official chart today almost certainly wouldn't be possible in the way that it is right now without the Beatles. Music wouldn't be music without them, and they are your official chart number one.
The UK's official number one.
That is your official chart number one. The Beatles and Now and Then.
The official chart with Jack Saunders.
Pop music wouldn't be pop music without that band. Their first number one since 1969 and their 18th number one. Incredible feat from the biggest band on the planet. That was Friday the 10th of November's countdown. I have been Jack Saunders. I'll be back next Friday at 4. Do not forget, the official chart on Radio 1 is the only chart that counts. Have a great weekend. Danny Howard on the way with Friday Night Dance Party at 6 o'clock. Confidence Manor, his hottest record. I'll see you next Friday at 4.
The official chart
with Jack Saunders.